Nectar. Peace, King. How you feeling? I'm well, no much. 444. Give it 2 bags. Yes, sir. Yeah. I just want 2. Just 2 right now. You know what? This is on me. Okay? Thanks. Yeah, this is for the family. All right? No doubt. This is for you. Oh, man. Beautiful. Peace. Thank you. Thanks. Yes. It's a healthy one right there. It got seeds in it. This one got seeds in it. It got seeds in it. It broke the scale. We need a whale scale now. Yes, sir, man. Yes, greetings. Peace, brother. Peace be unto you.
It's so magnetic, killer. It was recognized as ultra. They weaponized the culture. They recognize the vultures. Blue pillar. It's so magnetic. It was recognized as ultra. They weaponized the culture. We went from Eugene Adams, searching for the blacks in China, to searching through these back pages. Some black China, then some black vagina. We went from the UNIA and the black starliners to some black masons, black shriners, buying crack from the miners. Went from dapper damn black designers to some Gucci turtlenecks, black miners. Moving on up, Sherman Helmsley, but the shooters is shooting on up. It's nightmares on Elm Street, computers getting booting on up. I'm dream chasing through the Jason months, as above so below. We was adjacent once. Rethink your fears, they drink your tears. While you waking up for delinquent years, the distinctive years, crack pays, black rage, Beanie Siegel backstage, state property, crack cage, hell up in Harlem, the black plague, Luke Cage, going through his crack rage, captured, bulletproof zombies, raptured, toothless blondies, carving the peace, ruthless Gandhi, starving for peace, no disguise with the vulture's eyes, most survive, but they coaches die. Look at Scarface through Sosa's eyes. Approach the guys and get post-rise. Or drop in your acid, emulsified. All of your media is socialized. When they see us and they start acting goofy, we smacking goofies, they bad and bougie. I'm a timeless royal, time to turmoil. Feelings timeless on timeless royal. Flaxseed oil, black winter boil. Color in the backstreet soil with orange coils. We the lost attraction, I'm your course of action. If you look like Penny for a good time, I toss a Jackson. Me in the carbon, this quantum entangled. I'm dripping in carrots, the sponsors are jangled. If I had to decide to fade to Billy Gates, I say young choppers ass like Philly steak. Shit, I gave birth to a lady killer. Project a desire to Mercedes dealers. A hard pill they soon to swallow. Wherever I go, all these drones they soon to follow. I resisted the urge and persisted to purge. Protect the hood from the pecker wood in my neck of woods. Delectable Negroes say they neck is good. Protect the wood, protect his wood. 36 chambers, inspector deck was good. What's good, one nigga?
Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Peace to the family, peace to you and yours. Brother Red, reporting live and direct. This is gonna be a short. I don't know how long this broadcast is gonna be, but we're gonna try to make it as resourceful and information possible. You know what I'm talking about? As you can see, it's not Tuesday. I mean, it's not Monday, and I'm calling this Melanin Monday. But fuck it, sue me. You know what I'm talking about? It's Monday somewhere, and I was planning on doing the Melanin Mondays, but I was in the air flying. By the time I landed, I was so exhausted that I could not do anything but go to sleep. I'm going to talk about yesterday. I'm going to talk about the solar eclipse. I'm going to talk about the trip that we took to Puerto Rico. I'm going to talk about the vaccine. And I'm going to touch on some other things. I'm going to talk about dingle dangle, my niggas. Dingle dangle. You know what I'm talking about? I'm going to get into some things today. I'm not going to keep y'all for long. Like I said, I got shit to do. But before I begin, I want to do a roll call because that's mandatory. You know, as you can see, we bringing the old format back for Melanin Mondays where it's just me and you. You know what I'm saying? And, you know, the people have been asking for that. The people have been inboxing. Niggas on the streets are stopping me and like, yo, Red, I need you to bring that old format back, man. Like, you know, I like what you're doing in Atlanta with the lives, but we resonate more with this. So this is what we're gonna do. All right. So Houston is in the building, Buffalo is in the building, Australia's in the building, San Diego's in the building. San Diego, KTLians definitely stand up. North Carolina's in the building. Charlotte, Queen City, by way of Brick City, what's happening? Fiji Islands is in the building. Cali in the building. Boston, Harrisburg, PA, LA, Los Angeles, Memphis. You dig? 707 is in the building. North Cali. Was really good. Peace to the family. Now, that track that y'all just heard, let me not forget about that. That's Sherman Hemsley off the Red Summer album. That's streaming on all major platforms. So go and stream that shit. I looked at my Spotify numbers for the year wrap up. You niggas is not streaming the music. you know what I'm talking about? And it's free. So, you know, men lie, women lie, numbers lie too. But nigga, talk black to me. Let them numbers speak for you. You know what I mean? Like vote with your motherfucking eyeballs. You know, go and spin the album. We don't live in the world anymore where I'm selling mixtapes out the trunk, my nigga, and my shit is not in Sam Goody, although it's on my website. The physical copies are on their way. I had this COVID shit is real. It's locking down a lot of businesses and things of that nature. The business that I was using, they had to lock down because New York is acting like an asshole. So they had to lock down and then unlock themselves. Chirac is in the building. Smyrna Beach is in the building. Bay Area, Mississippi, Milwaukee, Sativa, Pennsylvania, Smyrna, DMV, Seattle, 305, Indiana, Miami Gardens. I'm in Miami too. Shout out to all of my MIA family. Mars is in the building. Kenya is in the building. St. Louis in the building. I'm talking about everybody that got the album. This is what I'm finna do. This is what I'm finna do. Right? The merch is here. The Red Summer merch is here. So what I'm finna do is everybody that ordered the album, I'm finna take care of you. Not with a hoodie, nigga, with a t-shirt for some much. You know what I mean? We're gonna hook you up. Because y'all believe in the red pillar. You know? And you got that album, and that album is a classic. So look out for your gift in the mail coming very soon. I appreciate y'all. How can I buy that, Red? I tuned into the SoundCloud. Yeah, fuck the SoundCloud. Go to the streaming platforms. I just do the SoundCloud for purposes of putting it on my website. I don't really fuck with SoundCloud too tough. No offense to my SoundCloud rappers out there, but I just don't see the model. I don't know what that model, how beneficial that model is. I'm not trying to get discovered on SoundCloud. You know what I mean? Like, no offense. Like I said, rise in power to XX Tentacion. I'm in Florida right now, land of the flowers. And the Florida sound, the new Florida sound with Kodak and a few other people, what's to do, Wi-Fi, and a few other niggas, they popped off of SoundCloud, but that's not my aim. That's not my aim. Go to the streaming platforms. If you want to get the album, you could go to www.theredsummer.com. If you want to get the merch, you go to the redsummermerch.com. Y'all made that shit easy, didn't I? The redsummermerch.com. This Wi-Fi is semi-janky. Give me 1 minute, y'all. I gotta reconnect my Facebook. They on some janky shit right now. Right. So, can I build on a solar eclipse? I just said that's what I'm finna to talk about. I'm gonna talk about my experience with the solar eclipse. I don't know nothing about nobody else's experience. I can only speak about my experience with the solar eclipse on December 14th, which was yesterday. It was one of the fucking illest experiences that I've ever had in my natural born life. And I've been through a lot of shit. You know what I mean? No cap. I've been through a lot of shit. It was one of the illest experiences, both good and bad, that I had in a very long time. It challenged the shit out of me, yo. It challenged me. It pushed me. It challenged me. It had me on the motherfucking gate. I promise you that eclipse was very, very heavy yesterday. Very heavy. Where I was at, I decided to, defocalize. And I was in Old San Juan, Puerto Rico. If there's anybody from Old San Juan, Puerto Rico, say something, reach out, put a fucking emoji in the chat or something. But if there's anybody from Puerto Rico and you know about that energy that's in Old San Juan, I need you to relate. Old San Juan is where the church basically has a very dominating presence. But not just the church, like Church's Chicken or the churches you niggas got on the corner and what. No, the military church. These motherfuckers have a fort with cannons and whatnot, with a statue of a fucking Jesuit who like a straight child rapist sitting directly right there in the middle of the city. And then right underneath that bitch is La Perla, which is like a community where they said that the slaves that didn't want to be slaves was at. That energy in La Perla is very intense. The fact that it was a solar eclipse, and when I went to Old San Juan, it was told to me that the streets that have the cobblestones on them, those cobblestones were used to weigh the gold that they were taking from the port of riches when they were robbing the islands, when they were pirating the islands. You understand? When they were pillaging the fucking islands, right? They were weighing the gold with these bricks. And then they took the gold and then they put the bricks in the fucking ground and made cobblestone. So while I'm there getting downloads, right? I'm envisioning, I promise you, I had a fucking vision. It wasn't no out of body experience or nothing, but it was I had a vision. In the vision, I saw streets paved with gold. You understand what I'm saying? I saw the city of gold. I saw it, the sun. The way that I was lined up. If you ever been to Old San Juan, it's like they got the streets. They got these narrow ass streets, and it leads right to the ocean. Right, the fucking ocean is right there. And I was standing there, and I had closed my eyes, and I promise you, I saw the Moors on motherfucking horseback. I saw the people playing flutes. I was playing a flute. I turned it to the pop piper out that bitch. I was playing the flute, and it was taking me to a place of tapped into memory bank. I tapped into my memory bank, and I saw some of the carnage. You feel me? I saw that shit was paved in gold, right? I saw that it was paved in gold, but I felt the pain. I felt the fucking horror. I felt that shit. I got it felt like a psychic attack, bro. I shit you not. The shit felt like an ill psychic attack. And I had to get on the plane with that energy. The energy was so crazy that the plane turned around in mid-flight. Now, if anybody is into anything spiritual, you know, right? That when you on a plane and the plane turn around in mid-flight, that's a warning, right? That's a warning. You're not supposed to get back on that fucking plane. You know what I'm talking about? I was in deep conversation with my daughter, Pink Pill. I didn't realize what was going on the plane. There was some commotion, right? There was some commotion on the plane, and somebody said some shit about a gang. I don't know. It was some Puerto Ricans on the plane, and some shit escalated. So I stick my head up. You know what I mean? I had blocked all of that shit out because, like I said, mentally, I wasn't like, bruh. Like I don't even know how to say it in words, but mentally, I was in a whole nother place. Feel me? And I had my daughter with I had my daughter with me. So if anybody knows, it's not easy to parent when you're defocalized. So I looked up and it wasn't no big beefing, but somebody said something and the motherfucker went right to the steward. They went right to the pilot. And then 5 minutes later, the pilot was like, yo, we going back to San Juan. This was the hour into the air, bro. You know what I'm talking about? I got a 2-hour ride. It's an hour in. And in my mind, I'm like, what the fuck? What's this? So now I'm forced with a decision. Do I stay on the plane and put my daughter at risk? Because it's not about me no more. You know what I'm talking about? It's not about me no more. I'm like, in my mind, can we take Amtrak America? Because I'm saying to myself, I'm like, what's the ancestors telling me right now? Like, what are the signs? You feel me? Planes drop off the radar when they do shit like that. But what I do know is that you can't fly a plane, the audio is choppy, Wi-Fi tripping. Just give it a minute. Let me calm down. Because everything is energy. You dig? Everything is energy. You know? So I have to check my energy. Somebody said they can't hear me. I'm sure you can hear me. Right? Y'all can hear me. So speaking about energy, you can't fly. You can't fly a plane on a solar eclipse, right? Through the motherfucking friendly skies, and the niggas on the plane is not acting friendly. Can't do that. Can't do that. You can't fly on an iron plane, an iron bird, right? In the friendly skies. And there's drama going on the plane. Don't work like that. You ever see niggas fight? It don't work like that. You know? Somebody said comedic auto-tune. That's what y'all hearing? And is buffering bad? Yeah, let me see. It's choppy. Let me see something. Give me 1 minute. Let me switch to Wi-Fi. Yeah. Let me know how that is. Let me know how that is. It's better? Okay. So we're gonna take it a step at a time, you know? So like I was saying a minute ago, that you can't necessarily fly. Oh, what's this? High speed internet. It's not suggested that you fly in the sky, right? And you have issues on a plane because it will fuck up the energy of the plane, right? You don't see people boxing on a plane and arguing and screaming and whatnot. That will mess up. That will attract what is known as positive ions. And that's when the positive is not good. You feel me? So we went back to San Juan. Right? Then I even inquired. I was like, yo, can I get off the plane? They was like, nope. I was like, what you mean? They was like, no, you can't get off the plane. I was like, you're gonna tell me that I can't get off the plane? They was like, according to, this and that, da 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 da. And I was like, oh shit, these motherfuckers is trying to lock a nigga in the plane. Right? Now, also, that I have to add that I didn't say is that when we got to Puerto Rico, right? And this is this is not to create no kind of fear in anybody's heart or anything. But the airport is militarized at this point. They're not forcing the COVID test on you because all kind of people like, oh my goodness, they're doing this, they're doing that, they're doing this. If you go to Puerto Rico, they got this going on. And I don't know what's going on, but I know that I didn't manifest any of that crazy shit. Like we dodged all of that. That wasn't my reality. But I did see the militarization of the airports. They had motherfuckers in hazmat suits, and you could not leave the airport until you filled out a motherfucking form. I'm gonna show you the form real quick. This form, in all sincerity, is part of the tracking and tracing program because this form is basically to track you. No other way around it. It is what it is. Right? This form, they want your driver's license. They want to know where you stand. They want to know everything. Right? They want to know everything. They want your phone number. They want your email. Right? Be prepared for shit like this. Okay? The travel declaration. Sooner or later, it's going to ask your ass, did you get the fucking vaccine? Right? See all of that? Date of birth, last name, basic shit. This is all about data. They're data mining. They're collecting mad data on different people and whatnot. For what reason? Nigga, you tell me. Yeah, you the teacher. I don't know. You niggas is on QAnon and all of that shit. Niggas voted for Trump. I don't know what's going on. Right? But your ass ain't leaving the airport till you fill this bitch out. I don't give a fuck what you say. And to be honest with you, I would have probably tried to prepare some type of paperwork or something if I had known. But, I didn't really know. So, travel in the future is going to be very interesting. If you could get out right now, my nigga, get the fuck out. Right? I don't know who your thought leader is. I don't know who you niggas consider your leaders. I don't know who you jocking these days. I don't know who you're following. You know what I mean? I don't know who's spinning your wheels. But whoever the fuck they are, you need to talk to these niggas about what the fuck should I be doing right now? Right? What should I be doing right now? In lieu of the fact that these borders are slowly beginning to close. You might want to go somewhere that has a country with no Wi-Fi. Like in the country, like in the mountains, like off the beaten path, like outside of the jurisdiction of America personally, me per se, I would say definitely, because if you in a place that's a vassal state of America, if you're in a place that's like a fucking a possession of America, nigga, they gonna run down in that country first and do whatever they want to do. They're not sitting around trying to figure out. You niggas in Puerto Rico had the opportunity to vote America's off to vote yourself off of America's titty. You had the opportunity to stand on your own, right? You had the opportunity to be sovereign. And when it came time to vote for it, what happened? Right? Because I was in Puerto Rico, right? We was in a country. Like, to be honest, like I said, I went to Old San Juan yesterday, my last day. And then when I flew in, we flew into San Juan, but it was late at night. It's like midnight. But I went to Old San Juan. That was the only time that I really was in like a city. Other than that, nigga, we was in a jungle. You know what I'm talking about? Bro, we was so in the country, the Wi-Fi, niggas had a Wi-Fi router and shit did not work. My phone didn't work. Wi-Fi didn't work. I was in the boonies for real. And at the end of the day, I didn't really feel no kind of way. You know? I didn't really feel no type of way like I was missing something. If you want to get Wi-Fi in those situations, then you would ride into town. You know what I mean? You would ride into town. There's hotspots in these places. Like, you might just have to go 15 minutes one way, and then you'll get your ass on Wi-Fi, and then you can make some money if that's what you need. If that's what is, you know, because, you know, 4-hour work week, right? Tim Ferriss is the book. Tim Ferriss, 4-hour work week, right? He explains how you could be a digital entrepreneur, right? He wrote that a while ago, and there's people that's following that book like a Bible. Make sure y'all hit the like button. Matter of fact, get the algorithms up, my niggas. Let this shit trend. You know what I'm talking about? This is let this shit work two ways. I'm feeding you, feed me. With the fucking hit the motherfucking the like button. That's not asking much. We gotta follow. We gotta tweak the YouTube algorithm. This shit has become a fucking video game, my niggas. You just can't simply sit and watch a video no more. You gotta. This shit is a video game. This is Ready Player One. This is the beginning of it, at least. But the algorithm is real. So we're gonna tap into that. You know? And hit the Cash App too. Facts. So the jungle, the rainforest, the countryside, like we riding through Puerto Rico, right? I'm in it's Playa de Faja, Faja, shit like that. And I'm looking at people like where we were staying at. The first night that we got there, like I said, it was like I got at the airport. We got to our spot about 2 a.m. So we in this compound, big compound, right? Shit was like it was real big. And I'm standing on the balcony, or rather the porch. They had hammocks and whatnot. So I'm swinging on a hammock, right? And then I look over and there's somebody's house. And then they got horses in the shack. A white horse, a beautiful white horse, and a brown horse. And then I see a shadow on the lawn, right, of the house. I seen a shadow, and it looked like a horse statue. Come to find out in the morning, it's a real horse. The nigga was sleeping standing up, right? I'm like, oh shit, niggas got horses. We got horsepower. They got horses. What's that about? But about a few weeks ago in Atlanta, in Fairburn, Atlanta, I was riding on a horse named Ebony, right? And horses are magical. Do you know, nigga? I know why I was stealing polo when I was a youth, because the horse, nigga. I know I was rocking horses, not just because my name is Philip and that means lover of horses, but I have an affinity to the horse, right? the horse is highly intelligent. Okay? If I was a female, I'd be wearing horse hair. How about that? The horses are highly intelligent. Highly. I'm talking about the nigga was shaking when I touched it. And then it stopped shaking. And I said, what the fuck is that about? The dude was like, it's feeling your energy. I was like, my energy? He was like, yeah, horses feel the energy. They're telepathic. I'm like, nigga. He was like, yeah, don't stand behind that nigga. He might kick your chest out. Stand right here to the side and touch him. And no, Ebony was a girl, but I was touching Duke, which was a boy. And I was rubbing on it. And the horse hairs, yeah, the horse had hair. You look at a horse, you think that the horse's body is like flesh. No, nigga, that's hair. Then I got on the horse and became one with the horse, right? And they had the rope. They was like, move it with the rope and kick the side if you want to, you know what I mean? I was like, this feels good. I could really see me riding horses through somebody's city and whatnot with the bow and arrow, you know, shooting at these niggas. Why did they give up the horses for the cars? You know what I mean? When we was on horses, we was tapped in. And the cowboys, who they say are white men, they took that from us. Let's just be clear. They did not even know how to master the horse. That comes from us. And Hollywood perpetuated the fact that they were the only ones that mastered the horse. That's not on them. Cowboy, the boy and cow, my nigga, is because that was black men in the beginning. They just call them cowboys. Okay? So horseback is therapeutic. Yes, it is. Yes, it is. You know what I mean? I know why they pick cars, King. You know, I was just saying that. I know cars are definitely faster. Henceforth, they put horsepower in the engine. But those horses, somebody said horses is sad. Horses can't give consent. So you don't know if they want you to ride them. I don't know about that. They look comfortable carrying motherfuckers all around when we was riding. You know what I'm talking about? You know, it wasn't no Mr. Ed. He didn't say, get on. But he definitely, like I said, horses are telepathic. So the horse was feeling at ease when he connected to the energy that was on top of it. You feel me? So I don't know about all of that. You know, save the horses if that's what you're here to do, my nigga. Go to Central Park, nigga, and save the horses. Cause the horses in Central Park that they really be abusing and whatnot, the horses in the rodeo, you know, the white people riding horses, stop all of that. You know what I'm talking about? Stop all of that. You know, you could be an advocate for that, but I don't know if you could tell the black man about riding a horse. You know what I mean? They are, you know, they are at work, my niggas. Like, everybody's here to work. Okay? Don't get on some lazy woke shit. Everybody's here to serve a purpose. Everybody's here to work. Everybody's here and they have burdens on their backs. You know what I'm talking about? You might be a fucking horse for a spirit that's riding your shoulders every day. You know what I'm saying? Don't even realize it. You might be a horse to a spirit. Everybody's getting everybody's getting ridden by something. So the horse was lit. You know, the horse was lit. I really wanted to try out the bow and arrow whilst on the horse. You got to give it up to the people who are on horses shooting bows and arrows and whatnot at war. You know what I mean? You know, how you gonna go to war? Niggas, you know, niggas die every day and war is real. You know what I'm saying? They was warring before we discovered a horse. So how you gonna go to war against people that got horses? What you gonna do? What are you riding? You know what I'm talking about? What's your mode of transportation? You know, I'm speaking of back in the days when they was on them horses. So, and if the horse is not feeling you, they will let you know. I think they will. They will let you know. They'll get up and be like, they'll throw you off for them. Right? Yeah, the Mongolians, Genghis Khan. The horse is not indigenous to America, from what I was told. Horses is not even indigenous to America. You need a wolf to ride on? Shit, I need a wildebeest to ride on. I want to get on a wildebeest. You know? When I was young in St. Croix, I saw them take a horse down. When I was young in St. Croix, I was in school, and we looked out the window, and they killed the horse and put that nigga in the motherfucking. You know how they have the tractor trailers that be lifting up things? They shot him, and then he fell into the thing, and we was all traumatized, all of us. I was like my daughter's age. I was about 8 years old. That shit stays with me. You feel me? It stays with me. You got to be careful about what you're exposed to as a youth. Stop letting these little children watch horror and all of that crazy shit. You know what I mean? And the horror that they put out nowadays, like Conjuring, Annabelle, and all that shit is demonic in a sense. I mean, you could look at the movies and tell that they got all kind of shit underneath the film and whatnot. Stop letting little fucking Ray, you know what I mean, and little Timmy watch super duper horror, because that will affect them. I got affected when I saw that horse get put down. That shit fucked with me, because like I said, my government is Philip, and that means the lover of horses. Go and look it up. So I had an affinity for horses before the polo. You know, somebody said they want to ride a crocodile. All of y'all in here want to ride animals, I see. Okay. I'll see you when you ride a crocodile. Make sure you FaceTime me. You know what I'm talking about? Make sure you FaceTime me. I want to see that shit. No, those are old movies. Scream and Chucky and all of that. You got little niggas that was born after Chucky came out and they infatuated with Chucky. Chucky turned niggas that I know into killers. How about that? They was mad meek and humble. They went and watched Chucky. They wanted to be monsters. You know what I'm talking about? It turned real people into, I saw it with my own eyes, that the horror movies made niggas serial killers. Cause I come up around serial killers. I don't come up around accident murderers. I come up around serial killers. Okay? These niggas was catching multiple bodies. And I'm not talking about Meg Thee Stallion type of bodies either. Body. No, nigga. I'm talking about murder one. Capital murder. These niggas was serial killers. You know what I'm talking about? Serial killers. They went out of town and started killing. You know how a serial killer, you know how we be watching the Netflix serial killer shit, and they'll have like a map of the serial killer and all of the places that he struck? Well, shit. Talk about them niggas that sold crack and got on the highway and brought that shit to quiet towns and tied it down, nigga. That was a serial killer. Okay? Talk about the jack boys, the robbing niggas jumping out the MPVs and whatnot, tying niggas up and torturing them from city to city to city to city, all up and down the South. Serial killers. Huh? I mean, Mad Max type of bodies, type of shit. Unsolved mysteries, nigga. Real talk. Serial killers with no remorse. Some of y'all are their offspring. Real talk. Niggas born in the 90s and whatnot. Yeah, some of y'all fathers was killers, because their fathers were in Vietnam killing shit the fuck up. And then they got on the chemicals and whatnot, heroin, you know, PCP and all of that, acid and shit. And they came back home and they had babies, right? They had babies. Trap Boy Freddy, right? Yeah. 21 Savage, nigga, Slaughter Gang. And these little kids is coming up, right? They're only following the killers. They didn't learn that shit on their own. I was in Clubhouse. Man, bruh. Either I'm gonna start my own room or I'm not getting on that shit no more. This is Clubhouse. Some of y'all never seen Clubhouse because it's invite only. So y'all don't have access to this shit. This is a private app for right now. Right? Let me show you. Maybe they're talking about everything.
Mace, Danny wanted to ask you a question. I just switched my picture. Let me see if it worked. Hold on. Hey. Oh, yeah. Yo, look, bro, the email, it bounced back. Maybe I put the wrong one. Yeah, you put the wrong email.
That's Mace and Beta, nigga. Mace, you know, bad boy, shiny suit.
Looking like a banana. Wait, where
This is the topic. Is Clubhouse the new OnlyFans?
Nigga looking wild citrus. Danny, how tall are you? Bald head. Danny, how tall are you? Nah, that's Danny.
Right? So these niggas be in Clubhouse, the rappers, talking about, yo, I don't know what's going on with the youth. They out here wilding. I'm like, what? Nigga, what? These rappers, bro. The cognitive dissonance that the rappers have, where they're not owning up to none of this shit. They're like, yo, I don't know what's going on with these little niggas. They wilding. I'm like, who the fuck programmed them? Who the fuck fed them? Who the fuck did they come up listening to? Who created the 10 crack commandments for them? What are you talking about? Who started gangbanging? These little niggas didn't grow up as Bloods and Crips. So I be listening to Clubhouse and I get appalled at some of the shit that I hear, but I just be listening. I'm just paying attention to who's who and who's what. They on there like this shit is high. As you can see the room, they acting like they in high school again. You know what I mean? They got rooms, it'd be like 500 people and it's mostly all industry people. And they're like, yo, how could we make money outside the industry? And people are like, well, you could do the stock market. And they're like, yeah, teach me about that. I'm like, nigga, how we in 2020? You niggas is rappers. You in the industry. There's A&Rs in the room. There's executives in the room. There's rappers in the room. They act like they don't know about Forex. They don't know about nothing. What the fuck do you niggas know? That's all I want. What the fuck do you niggas know other than how to make words rhyme? How is it 2020 and the rappers are playing dumb still? See, y'all probably not on the app. So y'all probably don't understand my frustrations about what's going on that app. Right? But they on that app with cognitive dissonance, trying to they're throwing rocks and hiding their hand. They're trying to lay the blame on a generation that they programmed. I'm like, damn, you niggas is heartless. You know what I'm talking about? No solutions, really, just a whole bunch of babble. So by the second day when I was using it, I opened that shit up in the morning and I was only able to close it at night. And I had the migraine of my life. Why? Because that shit is addictive. Real talk. I was sending niggas calls to voicemail. I was on that shit all day when I first got it. Now I don't really be on it like that. I actually put in a request for a No to Ledge Clubhouse. You know, for a No to Ledge Clubhouse. And if they approve it, we're gonna bring, we're gonna bring the No to Ledge to that. We're gonna bring health, wealth, knowledge, and self to that motherfucking app. But if they don't approve me, then I don't give a fuck, because it just be time that my thing is, where's the niggas at that's making their own Clubhouse? I'm tired of giving my face, my fucking likeness. I'm tired of giving my energy. I'm tired of giving my prana. I'm tired of giving my time to these apps that these Europeans have created and making them trillionaires, and they're using that trillions to fucking suppress me and to silence and censor me and for surveillance and to set these fucking and to program drones to follow niggas. You know what I'm talking about? That's what they're using the fucking money into smuggle children and shit like that. We're making Poindexters trillionaires, nerds, right? I had an interesting live on IG earlier. It was entitled "Revenge of the Blurs," nigga. Revenge of the Blurs, because the blurs are the nerds is winning right now. The nerds are winning, right? And vicariously, the blurs are winning because the nerds are winning. But it's revenge of the blurs. They just not winning in silence, nigga. It's revenge of the blurs. You know what I'm talking about? It's revenge of the blurs and the nerds. Nigga, you don't think what Bill Gates and Mark Zuckerberg and Jeff Bezos and all of these fucking nerds whose egos were completely shattered and abused when they were younger, when they were little lanky ass Poindexters, you don't think that they have used that vitriol to create these acts? You know what I'm talking about? You don't think that's what they're doing? You don't think the nerds is out here getting you niggas back for all of the fuck shit that you did to them by taking your data, by censoring you niggas? You know what I mean? Because the cool kids or the niggas that think that they're cool, right? They're in bed with the nerds. Okay? But they got to come to the nerds now versus the nerds got to come to them. They got to come to the nerds to get on. They got to come to the nerds for some information. They got to come to the nerds for some motherfucking bread, because the nerds is out here trillionaire status in Silicon Valley and Alley. Yeah, I seen Social Dilemma. Yeah, nigga. Revenge of the Nerds. Revenge of the Nerds. You feel me? Revenge of the Nerds. They need the nerds' blessings. It's the nerds running shit. Deep revenge. Deep revenge. You know, I had this conversation. We were talking the other day. We were talking about the conscious community. And I was talking about bruised egos and the danger of a bruised egos. And I was using some examples. You know, I'm not going to mention the names right here. You know, just for, you know, because I don't like doing shit like that. I had said to the family that there's nothing worse than a nigga in power with a bruised ego. A nigga in power with a bruised ego is a fucking devil in the making. Why? Because when you bruise somebody's ego on a grand stage, right? Like social media, like a debate, like an online argument where people are getting, you know, washed up and stuff like that. You will take a person who was doing it for the people and turn that nigga into a person who was doing it to the people. You could play with it if you want. I've been here longer than most of the people that's watching right now. I seen it. I seen it, especially Scorpios. That's right. That's why I have to always make sure to check my motherfucking ego, because the bruised ego hurt people. But niggas in power though, oh, they're gonna hurt thousands, if not millions. And every time that they hurt somebody, they feel that that's filling up that hole in their fucking soul or their ego, because the ego takes hits. With a bruised ego, you walking around with holes in your aura. You walking around half of yourself. You're not full anymore. You're shattered. You're leaking, my nigga. It's like a cracked egg. Okay? And when they let niggas like that loose, man, watch out. You know, watch out. Look how Kanye was on a rampage when he started getting money and whatnot. And his ego was out here to revenge these niggas that was sleeping on him. Remember, he's like, niggas was sleeping on me. I'm going to make them pay. Oh, these hoes was curving me? Well, guess what? I'm going to make them pay. Literally, I'm going to pay them, maybe. I'm going to buy the box. But then I'm going to make them pay. Right? I'm going to stun on them. You feel me? I'm going to stun on them. I'm going to drag them. I'm going to pass them around. You got the rappers who were nerds and they were not socially accepted before they started rapping. They get a little bit of money, and what do they become? A woman's worst friend. They get into debauchery. They get into sadomasochism. I'm talking about with the Timberland boot on your face while they drilling you. They get into all kind of shit, and they take it out on the people who they want to take revenge against. Revenge of the fucking nerds, my nigga. It's real. Believe you me. It's real. You know what I'm talking about? Don't bruise the ego. Fucking with a Scorpio, nigga, you could wind up at the bottom of an ocean. You know what I mean? And the way the Scorpios work, they lay. They're not gonna get you right back. There's no rush, my niggas. There's no rush. It's no rush. We don't gotta rush this body. Let it slow cook. You know what I'm talking about? There's no rush. It's okay. You got it. Here's looking at you. You know what I'm talking about? Yeah. Right? When your ass think that everything is sweet, though, here they go with the stinger. You know what I'm talking about? Here they go with the stinger. You know? And you're done before you even knew what hit you. So, Revenge of the Nerds, I'm just saying, we talking about the psychology behind a lot of shit that be going on. We talking about the neurosis, what's going on in the brain. You know what I'm talking about? We talking about brain work. Now, I know you don't got to be a Scorpio. I didn't say that. I just said I'm a Scorpio, so I know how Scorpios think. You know what I'm talking about? I know the Scorpio brain. I can't speak for my son is an Aries. My newborn is an Aries. I'm scared of son. I already said it before. I'm intimidated by my son. He's 8 months. I'm intimidated by him. He's an Aries. I'm like, damn, you kind of aggressive. You know what I'm talking about? To be a newborn. You know? So I know that Aries turn up and a few other people. But nigga, go and look at serial killers and tell me who's the most. I think it's Geminis and Scorpios. They top the list. Okay? They top the list. Go and find out who's behind bars, my nigga. Go and run the track on niggas that's locked up for capital murder and shit like that. I'll show you that it's a sign. It's specific signs that get busy like that. You know? Just have to be very mindful of that. When somebody's ego is bruised, they should do everything in their power to fix it. There you go. November 14th, right? November 14th, my birthday, this nigga was born on. Little Boozy, who beat 8 bodies. What happened? What are you talking about? And some of those bodies was some of his best friends, right? What happened? He's born on my birthday. That's my dark Kermit, nigga. Little Boozy, badass. Nigga shot him the other day. So, you know, what's going on in Texas? What's going on in Dallas? Is it turned up? I heard it was. I heard a whole bunch of people out there dropping. You know, be careful. Be careful. Somebody said that cancers don't talk to feds. Yes, they do. Cancers are soft inside. The minute the feds crack the shell, they're going to get right at you. The feds know your chart. The feds know your rising. The feds know all of that. And they work those angles, right? They work those angles. Yeah, Biden is a Scorpio. Yo, bruh, whole Biden is a Scorpio. Prepare yourselves. Prepare yourselves. Kamala, if you go to Wikipedia, Kamala is Kali. I didn't make it up. I'm not shooting from the hip, nigga. Kamala is Kali. That's another name for Kamala's Kali. 50 skulls on her neck. Niggas talking about, oh, Kamala is synonymous. Yeah, Drake murders his ops. What are you talking about? And he don't do it. Drake, he'll put your soul in a jar. Somebody said feds do your birth name. You damn right they do. They know all about you. It's called the Federal Bureau of Investigation. You think they don't know charts because niggas on Facebook know it? Like, stop. Stop. Nobody's gonna reveal their hand to you. Feel me? It's not how that's not how warfare works. Nobody's gonna, oh, we did his chart. They're not gonna go to court and be like, oh, we did his chart, and he has a Aries moon, so we know that he caught that body. No, nigga. No, it's not how it works. Yeah, Drake stops careers. I'm not sleeping on the cancers, Baba. I'm not sleeping on the cancers. I rock with the cancers. But I know about the cancers that they have a hard shell with a soft inside, like a crab. They could get very emotional. So they start dangling baby pictures around you niggas when they interrogating you. Oh, do you want to see your baby again? Do you want to see your daughter? Do you want to see this? Do you want niggas start crying? Oh, first 48. Got him. You know, got him. Yeah, so Joe Biden is a Scorpio. The crime bill was authored by a Scorpio. He's a dark Scorpio too. Look at him. He's a Scorpio that's not in control of his lower self. He's loose. He's loose. You know what I'm talking about? We go hard. Yeah. Shanetta's an Aries. You know? I'm familiar with that energy. You know? Aquarius talk too much. Oh, do they? Aries can get low or be that wrong one. Shout out to my dude, Patar Ra Tahuti. He be on Clubhouse turning that shit up. Shout out to Ra Aku. Shout out to my brother Kefra. They be on Clubhouse with that astrology talk going the fuck in. I love it. I'm learning a lot from them. You know? I'm learning a lot. Aries with a Scorpio is only sex energy. Yeah, you could create some great shit like that, right? You could create, if you in tune, if you in an alignment, if both of y'all are in agreement and y'all know what y'all doing, yeah, you could create miracles utilizing sex magic. Somebody said that they're afraid to be with a Scorpio. Shit, me too. Me too. I'm horrified to be with a Scorpio. I'm not. I tried that out. That ain't work. I'm just here to say that ain't work for me. 2 Scorpios, it ain't work out. You know what I mean? That was a lot of energy, and we bumped heads. When a nigga bump heads, it's almost like a headbutt. You know, it's almost like a headbutt. Look, I'm gonna show y'all what Kamala means. Because they be like, oh, she's known for putting people in jail. I'm like, nigga, she's Kali. What the fuck? How do you want your Kali? Right? How do you want your get out your feelings? How do you want your Kali? Nigga, she got niggas is all Kali'd up when it's time to be Kali'd up, but you can't afford you don't want to see her. I don't understand why. Right? I don't understand why. So here it goes. To the best of my knowledge, Kamli comes from the word Kambal, which means the blanket. Several saints or prophets in Hinduism has been visualized with the black blanket. Da 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 da. Hold on. Because they keep rocking you to sleep with all of that. Oh, she's from, well. And she's also known as Lakshmi. Okay? She's also known as Lakshmi. So yeah, she got 50 skulls around her neck. Kamala itself is a name that means lotus or pale red in Sanskrit. Kamala is another name of a well-known Hindu goddess who is probably better known as Lakshmi. Lakshmi is a Hindu goddess of prosperity, good luck, and beauty, and she's often depicted with a lotus flower. Okay? So she's living her purpose. Whatever the fuck her people programmed her to be, she living her purpose. You damn right she let an innocent man die on death row, nigga. That's Kali energy. That's Kali energy. She's not here to play with you niggas. That's all I'm saying. Look at, go and do the research. Niggas trying to make her a nice person. It's not what she's doing. That, bruh. What if your name was Killer Cam and you wasn't killing nothing? You're not living your purpose. You know? That's her purpose. She's here. She's here to hang niggas. She's here to put skulls around her neck. And now that she's on a big stage and you niggas got PPP loans that you took out and unemployment that wasn't yours, she's here to clean niggas out. Look at all of the people that got arrested over the past few weeks. All of the rappers, they got Ricos, Casanova, Herb, what's name? G Herbo. You know what I mean? Dude from In Fact. They was out there. The feds did a fucking sweep. That's just the beginning. Shout out to Rowdy Rebel. He's home. More killings in Brooklyn. He's going to turn up the body count. You know what I'm talking about? I'm just keeping it a buck. The murder rate is going to increase now that Rowdy is home because they're at war. You know what I mean? They're at war with the Blickies. So the murder rate is going to jump. You know, shout out to that brother though. You know, AG Barr got fired. Yeah. Yeah. You know what I'm talking about? AG Barr got fired. You know what I'm talking about? So this like they're coming to clean up. And the brothers and sisters who are identified and labeled as subversive, meaning that you don't have a muzzle on your mouth, meaning that, you are not woke, you're past woke, you're talking that shit. You're going to be labeled an extremist and they're going to send you niggas to Puerto Rico. But not the part, no, is it Puerto Rico or Cuba? Where's Guantanamo Bay? Because if they label the gangs a terror organization, they're definitely going to label these niggas who are out here smashing police cars, rioting, and making problems on the internet by, calling Kamala a non-FBA and shit like that. They're gonna strike back with policy. It's in Cuba, right? Yeah. And policy. You know what I'm talking about? Because that's what they do. That's what they do. What's good with the Israeli and Morocco plea deal? Morocco's a sellout. Fuck them niggas. The people that's in charge of Morocco right now, the royal family, they've been sellouts. They've been sellouts. They're like puppets of France. So you know what that is. They're about to go to war with Iran. So they're just lining up all of their ducks. You know what I'm talking about? Nigga, Sleepy Joe is going to war. Sleepy Joe is going to war. It's not playing. You niggas is going to war wearing masks. How about that? You going to war wearing N95 mask and what the fuck? Sleepy Joe is going to war. So Israel is lining up, you know, their alliances in the Middle East. You feel me? And that's how they're maneuvering. You know? Somebody said, am I aware of a prediction? That prediction don't mean nothing. That's how they rock you niggas. By throwing shit out like that's propaganda. How the fuck can a prediction? You know what I mean? That's propaganda. That's not real. There's no such thing as predictions like that. Fuck the Georgia Guidestones. All of that is propaganda to program your subconsciousness to kill you off. Or you gonna kill yourself. You know what I mean? How the hell could somebody... Niggas don't know when they gonna die. How many times was you niggas supposed to die? Oh, is that right? I'm the only Scorpio out. Okay. How many times was you supposed to die? Every other fucking week you supposed to die. You supposed to have been in a FEMA camp by now, nigga. You supposed to die in Y2K. Why you ain't die? You niggas wasn't supposed to make it to 2012, right? Get the fuck out of here with that. Not you personally, but get the fuck out of here. I'm giving that shit shoo. I'm shooing it away. Shoot. You know what I mean? We don't listen to stupid shit. We don't read shit like that and feel like, oh, because they wrote it, I'm going to die. How? How? Most of the niggas that I know that got killed, nobody wrote that shit. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas just got clapped. People like, we going into the golden age. Says who? I'm not with none of that what niggas is saying. I fuck the book that you read. Nigga, are you going into the golden age? Do you have your ticket? Do you have your motherfucking flight plan, nigga? You niggas want to wake up in the golden age? That's what you think is going to happen when your superpowers come online on the 21st? Is that what's supposed to happen? Niggas supposed to turn into the Avengers? Get the fuck out of here with that. That's not real. That's not real. You got to turn yourself on. You got to turn yourself up. You could do it right now. Why wait? You could turn yourself on right now. Fuck is you saying? That's the problem that they have in this community, that people are listening to white people. People are listening to these niggas. People are listening to people they never met. Tell them something, but when a nigga that you know is telling you some shit to get you lit, you're not listening. You're not paying attention. Right? You're not paying attention. You're doubting him. And then you all in my Facebook. Facebook is the worst fucking app ever, right? Because it has devolved, especially Facebook Messenger. The shit has devolved into a fucking the shit is like National Enquirer. Nothing is real on Facebook anymore. Facebook Messenger is just filled with a bunch of corny ass videos that niggas be trying to tag me in, telling me shit that I taught them 10 years ago. I don't care about that shit. I don't give a fuck about none of that shit. If the world ends, nigga, make sure it ends and you're inside of some box. How about that, nigga? Make sure you inside a Hippolyta when the world ends. Other than that, you should care. What the fuck are you? Who cares? Who cares? If it ends tomorrow, what are they going to remember you as? And what the fuck work did you leave in this bitch that somebody could find 10,000 years later? That's the only thing that you should be concerned with. All of that other shit is irrelevant to me. Because none of you niggas' predictions came true. Because if the predictions were to come true, you niggas would be hitting the fucking mega lotto every weekend, my nigga. And we would be lit in Dubai. We'd be all flight. You know what I mean? Niggas, we'd be in a G5. You know what I'm talking about? With your predictions. So I don't want to hear that shit. You know what I mean? I don't buy into none of that stupid shit. That shit is weighing you down. That shit weighing you down. Real talk. That's a fucking anchor. It's not real. Huh? Could a nigga tell you when you gonna die? Really? But because it's white. Oh, because a nigga white. Because he got pink skin. All of a sudden, he's ruling over your fucking lifeline. Really? Really, bro? That's all this community has devolved into. Some of the niggas that I looked up to have become Trump supporters. Niggas is emailing me QAnon videos. Like, if you niggas don't leave me alone, I'm gonna get Roddy Rebel to drill you niggas. How about that? How about that? I'm gonna tell Roddy that you niggas are the blickies, nigga, and then give him your address. Leave me alone. You know what I'm talking about? Leave me the fuck alone and keep that fear to yourself. Real talk. Like I said, yesterday, I was in a fucking plane and I thought that bitch was gonna fall out the sky. Okay? I went through some real shit. But that's me. That was my journey. And I was with my daughter and I had to make peace with the fact that we might not make it to motherfucking Florida. Huh? That's the piece I had to. I was like on a solar eclipse, 30 days after my birthday. It feels like I don't know if the plane gonna crash, but I don't know what the fuck is going on because, to be honest with you, I'm tripping right now. You ever hallucinated in front of your fucking child? Huh? You ever was tripping and you had to fucking look at your child? That's some crazy shit. You ever was tripping on a plane? Huh? You want to talk about death? You ever was tripping in the fucking sky, bro? And the plane is shaking? Come on, bro. Like I said, niggas die every day. Okay? What you should be focusing on is what mark are you going to leave in this bitch? You know what I'm saying? What marks are you going to leave in this bitch? That's what you should be focusing on. What marks? What is your work ethic? What intellectual property did you leave behind? Because all of you niggas got a ticket on the way up out of this bitch. What intellectual property is gonna live longer than your ass? Your stinking ass. That's all you need to be worried about. Clothes, they eventually wither away. So you can't be like, oh, it's gonna be the clothing. No, it's not. Niggas is not wearing threads from the 1800s. You know what I'm talking about? They're not doing that. It's not gonna be your clothing. It's not gonna be a fucking Birkin bag either. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be your Nikes, little niggas, with your fucking sneaker collections. You know what I mean? It's not gonna be, that's not your legacy, nigga. You can't get buried with all of those Nikes, nigga. They tried it and it didn't work. That's right, Baba. Your work has to be tangible. And to be honest with you, it really can't be videos because they'll take that shit down. And FYI, YouTube own that shit. And so do Facebook. Them niggas will take your family to court and be like, that's not your shit. It's our shit. That nigga signed a user agreement that he didn't read, and it says that we have rights over all of this shit that you have on our platform. Thank you. We're trillionaires. Nigga. Huh? And these niggas will fucking eat your carcass, right? And they will rob your grave of your jewelry. These thirsty niggas that are around you. Think about the scene in Queen of the Damned when they was eating on Aaliyah. That's energy vampire. That's the shit that I witnessed yesterday. I was in the midst of that, right? A psychic attack. I saw demons, nigga. I saw demons all around me. Real talk. You take it for what it's worth. You can take it for what it's worth, but it's real. Okay? It's real. And to be honest with you, it ain't the white man. It's these niggas. It ain't the knuckle draggers. It's these conscious niggas. It's mad demons in this bitch, bro. Mad demons is in this bitch, bro. The motherfucking Walking Dead is on the ground. Please believe it. They're in New York. They're in Atlanta. They're in California, the Los Angeles. They're in the land of flowers, Florida. Niggas is around. So you gotta be on point. You gotta be on point. I asked a question on my IG the other day. You ever been in a ritual disguised as a lecture, nigga, and didn't know that you was in a fucking ritual? You ever been in a fucking feast and you was on the menu, nigga? Huh? And didn't even know it? This shit is real, bro. And I'm not, like I said, you can't play all of your cards. You can't show all of your cards all the time. So I'm going to just leave it at that. But the shit real out here. I'm telling y'all, focus on yourself. Stop trying to be down. Those days are over. You want to be part of the pack, nigga? All right, you're going to get packed up. Niggas will pack you out. You want to be part of the pack, sister? Niggas will you will get packed out by these women. They'll eat on you like they was eating on Aaliyah. They will eat your fucking children. Okay? They will eat your soul. Look at this. These niggas stop eating meat. Now they eat souls in the community. Okay? Niggas stop eating meat. They put the motherfucking beef down, and now these niggas is out here eating spirits and souls. With a little bit of kale on the side. You better do your fucking homework. You better do your homework, and you better utilize the art of discernment. Okay? You better utilize the art of discernment, and don't be inboxing me telling me about what somebody did to you. I don't give a fuck. Okay? Because I told you, we was warning you niggas for years what this shit is. You know what I'm talking about? We was warning you for years about what this shit really is. But you niggas didn't listen. Y'all want to go bandwagon and dick ride. So at the end of the day, life is about choices. Life is about choices. You're going to pay for the choices that you make in this life. Nobody's going to hold your hands. You know what I'm talking about? We just trying to help you out and steer your fucking boat, the Nebuchadnezzar, before you crash. Because I promise you, you will crash. Fucking with these niggas. Fucking with this community, you're going to crash. But if you don't learn a lesson from your crash, then you're going to crash again. And then you're going to crash and burn. You know how many niggas is in New York walking around talking to themselves right now? They got completely finished on one night of some lustful pleasure, and they didn't know that they was fucking a witch who basically, you know, put their ass in a jar or a box somewhere, and vice versa. You know what I mean? It's sisters out here mumbling to themselves, fucked up. You know what I mean? You was trying to do some tantric. You know what I mean? A motherfucker slipped something in your drink. Or whatever. So many scenarios. This ain't a rest haven. This is a rest haven for demons. This is a rest haven for energy vampires. This is a rest haven for some motherfucking devils. I shit you not. The lines have been blurred. You can't point fingers at the knuckle draggers and the crack dealers anymore. Because them niggas is right next to you. You know what I'm saying? Think about it. If the community is based off of you change your name and now you like, I'm not woke, I'm conscious because I watch Bobby Hemmett and I changed my name, right? And nobody ran your credit. Nobody did nothing. Nobody did no aura reading on you. You didn't take a shower. You took off whatever stinking clothes you was wearing and you put on a dashiki, and now you up amongst the people scavenging, right? So if If somebody could just pop up on Facebook, pop up on Instagram, pop up on YouTube, you don't know where these people even live. You don't even know where they came from. You don't know anything about them. You never met their mama. But you niggas is giving them your money. You following them blindly. You flying all around to try to follow and keep up with them. But guess what? Guess what? Oh, they definitely in your family. It's the energy. Okay? It's the energy. It's dealing with shadow work. You got to work on you. You're attracting these demons. You're attracting these devils. I had to swallow that yesterday, bro. I had to live with the fact that maybe I'm attracting this fucking energy. You feel me? Maybe I'm attracting this energy. Maybe the shit that I'm seeing is a reflection of some dark fucking energy that I'm dealing with. Real talk. You just sometimes, because there is no fucking victims. You attract shit that's all around you. You do. You do. So y'all want to play around? You niggas is going to Africa. You niggas going to South America. You going to all of these places doing these rituals and you don't know what the fuck you're doing. You don't know who you're getting up with. You don't know what's taking place. You think you're in a lecture, you're really in a ritual. They're out here spirit cooking. For real. For real. They trying to take the light. They trying to take your shine. They trying to steal your gifts. Dingle dangle, nigga. I was going to name this lecture Dingle Dangle. But I don't think everybody saw that on Netflix. Dingle dangle, nigga. You seen it. You see what happened in Dingle Dangle. They robbed that nigga and took all of his light. Serpent in the Rainbow. Skeleton Key. Serpent in the Rainbow. Go and watch those movies so you can understand how this shit works. How this shit works. These motherfuckers will steal your light. Okay? Be careful who you let stand next to you, because it's a lot of unshiny niggas. It's a lot of people that don't have no light, but because your light shines so bright, a motherfucker who has a dull light will stand next to you and you will illuminate them. And then it looks like they got the light. Talk black to me. Can I get an amen? You know what I'm talking about? Shout out to Vicky Diller. Yeah, talk black to me, nigga. Because that's what they doing. And that's how they set social media up. Oh, I'm going to follow a nigga. You know what I mean? And I'm going to take a picture with them and tag them. And now I'm lit. Because people are followers. They've created an environment. The nerds, Zuckerberg, Bill Gates, the nerds. What did the nerds create? The nerds have created social media. The nerds have created these programs. The nerds have created an environment to where you could be followed by followers. You know what I mean? On a teenage app. Remember, like I said, Facebook is for teenagers. Instagram is for teenagers. Snapchat is for teenagers. I think Clubhouse is for teenagers. These are teenager apps. And they're compromising your adult self. Nigga, you niggas are not acting like adults on the apps. You're not acting like an adult on the app. You don't even know what it means to act like an adult. You're in your third childhood because the music is for children, is catered to 17-year-olds. The apps are catered to 17-year-olds, right? And that's your life. You're a fucking child. Acting like a child, want to be down. You niggas want to sit at the table with the cool kids. But like I said, the cool kids are kids that think that they're cool. And they're so fucking cool that they're going to put coldness on your fire. They're going to cool off that fire that you got. And then you go sit at with the cool kids. You want to be down so much, you'll sell your fucking soul. You'll sell your soul. You'll give up your gifts. You'll give up your talents. You'll give everything that was worth something to sit with these niggas that ain't about nothing. Okay? That's what we're witnessing. That's what we're witnessing. Beautiful women who were created intentionally to be great, following behind Jezebels, following behind. If you saw these women's face without the foundation, if your third eye could really look and see who the fuck you was trying to follow, your ass would run. But you don't have the vision. You can't see it. You can't see the demons. You can't see that this woman who you thought was mad fly and all, oh, she bad. She a baddie. No, nigga. That bitch looked like the witch who gave Cinderella or Snow White the apple, nigga. She got motherfucking warts on her nose. But you'll never see that because you can't see. She has a filter on in real life. She's augmented. They out here getting their nose done. They getting their fucking cheeks done. They getting their faces done with Dr. Miami, nigga. They getting their bodies done. You cannot discern like that. You can't discern. Niggas think that evil people are ugly, not realizing that the devil was a fly, cute ass, handsome nigga. And so was the witches and the demons and all of them. They some bad bitches. Okay? They some bad bitches. You know? Got big booties and everything. But you heard what they told you, BBD, about poison. You know? Bad bitches, but when you unzip them, you know, it's foul, it's stink, it's putrid. You know what I'm talking about? It look like an ogre. Bitches out here looking like Shrek when you really see them in the light. You know? So, gotta move wisely. I'm saying that and I'm telling myself the same thing. I'm not talking to you, I'm just talking with you. You know what I mean? I'm just talking with you. We just chopping up game because it's real in the field, and it would be it would be so juvenile of me to hold this information from you. It would be wicked of me to not tell you this. It would. I don't really have much to say after that. I really don't have much to say going forward, to be honest with you, because like I said earlier, me on these apps, it don't work. Okay? Me on the gram, me on YouTube. These are not my these platforms are not FUBU, nigga. It's not for us, by us. These motherfuckers be cutting my lives. They be trolling me. They cloned me about 80 times. You know, there's a psyop. There's a straight digital war going on, a cyber war against all of us that are out here exposed. And nobody gives a fuck. All right? I'll never sit around and think anybody does, because you don't. You know what I'm talking about? Nobody gives a fuck. They just want something to happen to be like, I knew that nigga. You know what I mean? They just want something to talk about. Oh, did you hear that they got that nigga? Oh, did you hear that? Because I saw it when homeboy from InFact got locked up. What is Grandmaster J? You know what I'm talking about? I posted it. I was like, they got that. They got the brother. Free the homie. Free the homie. I don't want to be in this community no more like that. I'm just keeping it a buck. I really have no desire to be a part of this community in the degree that I've been in this community. I don't see the caveats to it. You dig? I don't see the cat. As somebody said, is he a fraud? I don't know, because I'm not in the organization. I just know when he got locked up, people were clowning him. There was a lot of people that were subtly making fun of the fact that the brother was a motherfucking a prisoner. You know what I mean? And regardless of anything, like I said, I don't wish the loss of freedom on no black man. We could, you know what I mean? If a nigga need his ass whooped or something, or if there's any issues that there, I don't wish the loss of freedom on a black man in America. There's other ways. That's just something that I don't wish, because to be free is to be in control of your time. So I don't work with that energy. Like, I'd rather see a nigga get washed than to see him get locked up. That's just me, you know? And for the brothers that are locked up, that are behind the wall, do something with your time. Like, learn some shit other than trades. Learn how to code. Learn how to be presently present with whatever the fuck is going on right now. Go and look at the fucking top 10 companies. They're all technology. Get into something. You know what I mean? Security. You know what I mean? Intel, coding, hardware, because niggas be watching us on their phones from behind the wall. You know? You know what I'm talking about? Somebody said that they heard that he tried to send some hitters. That's hearsay, man. That was hearsay, bro. I don't believe that shit. That's hit. I don't get into the hearsay. I gotta hear it from the horse's mouth. How about that? I'm not getting caught up in the hearsay, nigga. That's how the Panthers got infiltrated and other people. I don't do the hearsay. I don't. I even repeated that shit, but I had to warn myself. I'm not dealing with hearsay. That's not grown of me. You know? That's not grown of me. Somebody said, would this be my last incarnation? How the fuck would I know? You think I'm in charge of that shit, my niggas? To be honest with you, you think I'm in charge of that? To be honest with you, I don't think this is my last incarnation, because I'm not one of those people that hate the world. I would love to carry on, Matter of fact, fuck it. This might be my last go around. Because this is the thing about, the human soul and whatnot. If you ascend, you didn't die. You ascended. And I showed y'all throughout the months how Nipsey Hussle has ascended. I called it Ascension Protocol. There was a level of ascension of his spirit and his soul. He didn't just die. Because, like I said, niggas die every day. And they're not remembered, right? They're not honored. Their names are not held up like that. They don't live in the hearts and the mind. They don't have real estate in the hearts and the minds of some of the most magical, special people on the earth. And that's these niggas, right? That's black folk. And Nipsey Hussle, he has that sacred space. So that man is an ascended. He ascended. He's an immortal. Tupac is an immortal. I don't think that they got to come back. The niggas is a star somewhere. Somebody said, haven't I ascended? Red. My nigga, I'm sitting right here talking to you. How the fuck can I have it? I didn't ascend. I'm sitting right here, unless this is a hologram. I'm right here with you. You know what I'm saying? Oh, you said, aren't I ascending? Yeah, I feel that I am. Like I said, it's all about the work that you do and the impact over income, right? That's what Billionaire PA says. It's about your earthly impact. If you can impact this bitch and shake the room, then you could be an immortal, right? If you can impact this bitch and shake the room, then you could be an immortal, and you don't have to worry about coming back. That's just my theory, Shake the room. You know what I'm talking about? Don't go out all like, I wish, nigga, bruh. People be going out too easily. You know what I'm saying? People be going out. It's like they just go out all meek and mumble. No, nigga, why you not fighting? Why you not blowing shit up? Like, why you not turned, my nigga? If they told me I had 6 weeks to live, nigga, it's 6 weeks of spinning the block. How about that? It's 6 weeks of spinning the block. What do you think? I'm gonna just sit down and wait to die? What the fuck? That's what I said. Going back to the Scorpio mind, we just think differently. I gotta be careful what I say though, because these niggas out here indicting niggas for turning up. So, but you know, I'm a rapper, so I'm just rapping. You know what I mean? None of that is real. I'm just rapping. But if I got 6 weeks to live, nigga, I got enough people on the list. I'm spinning the block. You know what I'm talking about? The fuck? I'm spinning the blizzard out. Like, I don't know. I don't know about y'all. Niggas be trying to, bring my grandchildren to me. No, nigga. Tell the grandchildren to get in the car seat. We're spinning the block. You know what I mean? Fuck that. You got old black people. What about them white people that spit on you? Why you niggas is not running up in the fucking old home and taking them with you? You niggas is mad forgiving, but you want to be mean to us. So, the solar eclipse that occurred yesterday was very real. I hope and pray that y'all, you know, whatever experience that you may have had, you know what I mean? Remember, it's the subtleties. You might not even have realized something was happening because it's going to take me about a whole week or two to process the Puerto Rico trip and the shit that took place. It was a lot of shit that took place. One of the things that took place on the first day that we was out there, we went marching up a mountain, right? We went marching up a mountain. Fuck my Nikes up. Look, my shit got destroyed. They all milk. Whew. Destroyed my Nikes. We was in the mud, my nigga. I'm talking about a nigga was slipping and sliding like James Brown. You know that, have you ever crossed a stream and they have the rocks with moss on it? They kind of mint because I washed them, but they mildew. They don't smell right. Do you know how to take away mildew smell? Because I can't do no, I can't wear these shits and I know that the fucking sneakers stink. No, I know that nothing is really bad, but you should have seen them. They was super muddy, and now I put them in a bag because they was wet, and now they mildew. But anyway, we want to get some weight. Anyway, we go up this mountain in the rainforest, right? I got pictures on Instagram. We go up the mountain in the rainforest. Matter of fact, I could go to the gram real quick. And mountain, yo, this shit is challenging. It showed me. It showed me that, bruh, you might say that you ready for this shit. You know what I mean? That's my guy Patar right there. You must have heard me talking about him. You might think that you're ready, but you're not ready. I don't know if you're ready, bruh. Cause this shit real. Right? That's the mountain right up. You see they going up the hill?
Not again. No. It's so loud.
Right? That's the mountains.
I suggest that you niggas meet. Yo, in the land of the brave, in the home of the giants, That was COVID compliant, we was COVID defiant. That was potent reliant, we exposed to these tyrants. Composed to the science, we not posed, no trying. Controlling the climates, yeah, we mold these environments. Scientists with client lists, lions touch with iron fists. Holding arms, only way to catch these gems. Kicks with an open palm. Equestrians on open farm, potent on that potent wall. I suggest that you niggas meet. Yo, in the land of the brave.
Yeah. So that was that once we got to the top of the mountain, they had a fucking waterfall, right? Somebody say, "Why with yoga?" Yeah, niggas had yoga mats, fam. I don't know what the fuck niggas had yoga mats for. We didn't go to do no yoga. You know what I'm talking about? Maybe those mats was in case niggas was gonna drown. You could float on a yoga mat, but the yoga mats made the shit more interesting, right? It just made it more tricky. It made it more of a challenge, right? But we had to hold each other's hands, literally, when we was walking in the stream because the current could pull somebody and drown them. We had to hold each other's hands. There was older people. We had to make sure that they was good. You feel me? It created a level of camaraderie and whatnot. But I say all of that to say that our ancestors, them niggas used to be able to run up the mountain. No slippery. You know what I'm talking about? With no shoes on, nigga, barefoot. How about that? They was able to dart up that bitch like when they was running from the conquistadors and the white man. They was able to take off, or the ops was spinning the fucking block. He was spinning the tree and whatnot. They was able to take off up the mountain, up the tree, through the stream, all kind of shit. Bruh, I was walking on those rocks with my bare feet, bruh. I felt like, because you know all your senses in the bottom of your feet, I felt like my knees were gonna break when I stepped on certain rocks. The shit went through my whole body, right? I know some Jamaicans that could do that. You know what I mean? I know some Jamaicans didn't lose their island, aggression or their island primal nature, right? They could run up a fucking tree like somebody, you know what I mean? Like it's a staircase. I'm gonna let you know that we wasn't running up no mountain, my friends. You know what I'm talking about? Niggas was really American. We was really some city slickers when we was in those mountains. I know that it'll take time to adjust, but by the time we got to the waterfall, we was somewhat adjusted. I didn't give a fuck about my sneakers at that point. Them shits was wild muddy. My clothes was muddy. You know what I mean? I had mud on my face, like I was getting a facial exfoliating. You know what I'm talking about? Like it didn't matter anymore. And then I jumped in the water. Now let me explain something about the water, right? When I was about 8 years old and I was in St. Croix, my brother almost drowned, right? Then when we were 13, 14 in Flatbush, we had a pool in our building. He wound up slipping on a diving board and had an accident. I don't really want to get into his business and whatnot, blue pill, but the shit traumatized me, okay? So because there was like three, I think he almost drowned. I almost drowned. It happened about 3 times. So I'm not saying that I'm scared of water, right? Because, you know, nigga not scared of water. I'm not scared of deep water per se, right? But I be in a pool. You know what I'm talking about? I be in a pool. So in the pool, you know where the wall is at. You know that you could basically, I swim underwater. So, you know, it's not going to catch me that much off guard because there's no current pulling you under in the pool. So in this situation, they got these fucking mountain stones. There's a rope. You got to swing off the rope and there's a fucking canyon. The water, when you look in the water, it's just all black. So you got to land in that bitch and then swim yourself to safety. So I was like, ooh, okay. I'm going to sit back and watch these niggas do it. So Billionaire PA, he was the first one to do it. And then the nigga called my name. Yo, Red, where you at? It's like 40 of us, right? We on a fucking trip. You know what I'm talking about? We in Puerto Rico. So, you know, I'm not going to let a nigga call my name and I'm not going to do it. You know what I'm talking about? I was like, what's up? He was like, you getting on this mountain? I was like, yeah. So I'm going towards the mountain. I'm sober, so I'm good. I'm going towards the mountain and I'm in my mind, I'm in my head like, Red, you could do this, my nigga. Face your fears. Right? Face your fears. Because to be honest with you, fuck it. You know what I mean? You only live once, but you're not going to sit down and let everybody else jump into the water while you sit there. You know what I mean? Videotaping these niggas like you're the paparazzi. No, nigga. You came here to face your fears. So I looked at Blue Pill. Blue Pill looked at me. I was like, you going first? He was like, no. I was like, okay. I'm going to set it off because I'm the oldest. I got to be responsible, right? Bashira, what up? So I got up there. I was looking at Pink Pill because she was looking at her daddy. And, you know, I'm like a horse. She could feel my energy. You know what I'm saying? She's psychic. She's like, my daddy's kind of scared. You know what I mean? So she was looking at me and she was giving me those looks. And I was like, nah, I'm not drowning around my daughter. Fuck that. Nigga, I'm Greg Louganis, nigga. I'm going to swim this bitch. I'm Michael Phelps in this bitch. Like, I'm not, you know what I mean? I'm her superhero or hero. I'm like, you know what I mean? I'm her father. You know what I'm talking about? I'm daddy. So I was like, Bella, take my jewelry. And then I got on that shit. And then I swung. And then the rope came back. No, that was the second time. I swung and I let go. When I let go, I said, nigga, what are you doing? Right? But it was too late. I was on the way into the water. And then I just said, fuck it, do it. And I hit the water. And then I went under the water. And then I started swimming, doggy paddling. And then I saw the rocks. Because when you see the rocks, you know that you're safe. And then I stood up. And niggas was clapping. Oh, shit, right? Hoorah. They were doing a it's like legend. But my heart was going like this, bro. I ain't gonna lie to you. A nigga was shook daddy. A nigga was shookington. Right? Going up that mountain, I was shook. Then there was a further stone that was higher than the first stone. And once again, this nigga Billionaire PA is on the higher stone calling my name again. Yo, Red. I'm like, family, jump, nigga. What are you talking? Why are you calling my name? Jump. And this nigga jumped. So, you know, I had to go and jump. So I got on the stone and I jumped. This time I didn't even use the rope. I jumped right in. You know what I mean? I'm talking about I'm scared to death. I'm pet daddy. You know what I mean? You know, yeah, sometimes you need pressure. Sometimes you need pressure to push you. I had to let my ego get me on that fucking rock because if it was just me and the ladies, nigga, I wasn't going to jump. You know what I'm talking about? I'd have just been, you know, on some, you know, hey, what's going on? Hey, let me get a tan. Hey, what's happening? Go and jump, ladies. But there was a bunch of brothers. There was some sisters. And we was there to do it together. Because to be honest with you, I vicariously gave other people courage. I didn't know that they were scared. I gave other people courage. There was girls that were crying. There was brothers that were shaking when they was on the rock ready to jump. And I stood on the rock most of the time to assist them and to talk to them and be like, nah, you good. I did it. They like, what do that mean? I'm like, if I could do it, you could do it. And if you drowning, nigga, we're gonna get you. We're gonna catch you. And I wasn't too sure if we were gonna do it, but I just said that. You know what I'm talking about? Because a nigga will pull you under. I wasn't on some Baywatch shit. I wasn't doing the Hasselhoff, nigga. There was other people who was like, oh, I'm a lifeguard. I could do that. I was like, well, then you do that. You niggas stand on the side and rescue these niggas. And nobody had to get rescued. Everybody jumped in. Somebody had hyperventilated in the water, but you know, he's all right. And bruh, we stayed. Now, the third time I swung on a rope and I was supposed to let go of the rope, but I didn't. I came back. And then I swung again and jumped because it just didn't feel right when I was ready to let go. That's why. Just didn't feel, you know, timing is everything. A nigga wanted, you know, they was taking videos and pictures. I wanted to get the mid, you know what I mean? The mid jump where I was posing and shit. I had my jewelry on. You know, I was stunting, red shorts. You know what I'm talking about. It wasn't near life jacket in sight. It wasn't near helmet. So keep in mind, we have a tour guide, right? He's mad cool. And he's leading the trip. They had like three vans full of us, right? As we going up the mountain, we seeing motherfuckers come down the mountain, right? To be honest with you, I didn't even know where we were really going. You know what I'm saying? I didn't really know. Like, I didn't ask too many questions. I'm with the shits. I'm like, let's just go wherever we going. What we gonna wrestle a jaguar? Where we going? We in the woods. What's going on? I just thought we was really just going trekking in the woods. But then I see people coming down the mountain. These niggas got helmets and life jackets on. I'm like, in my head, why is niggas on the mountain with life jackets? You don't talk about. Is it because they don't want to slip on the mud? You know what I mean? Like, what the fuck is going on? So people just coming down a hill and they, hola, they smiling. I'm like, yeah, what's goody? Where y'all from? Oh, Boston, lit, right? I'm like, what are y'all doing? They're like, yeah, we was in a water. I was like, okay. That's when my mind started working. What water? I was like, how deep is it? They was like, like 20 to 40 feet. I was like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I was like, oh, niggas is trying me today. This is one of those days. That's what we doing. You niggas is taking me to the top of a mountain and jump into 40 feet of water, right? On my vacation. That's what we doing. Okay. You didn't tell me that this is what we were doing. You just gonna walk me into this? Granted, you know what I mean? And my Nikes is getting fucked up at the same time. You know what I'm saying? You niggas is trolling me. I thought that the promoter was trolling me. You know what I mean? I had to get off of that. I had to get over that. You know what I mean? The only thing that really didn't ruin the day is that the mosquitoes wasn't acting up. Because if a nigga was getting stung up by mosquitoes, mad bugs and shit, and I had to jump off of a fucking I wasn't getting paid for it. This was just for the gram. You know what I mean? And I'm climbing up a fucking mountain. I got my daughter with me. She's doing good. She's like leading the pack. She's in her element. I was like, okay, you know, you asked for it. You know what I mean? You signed up for this shit, so just go with it. And afterwards, I felt accomplished. I felt like I faced some of my fear. I felt, you know, I just felt good. I really did. I felt good. My brother felt good. My daughter felt good. The whole crew felt good. You know, people was feeling good. You know what I mean? People were feeling good. Somebody said that back in the days, the parents were literally thrown in the water. Yeah, that's not what's up. Don't throw me in the water. I think that's how my brother almost drowned. You know? Shout out to Rain. What up? Somebody said, why did I go in tennis shoes anyway? I'm just saying, what other shoes am I gonna go in? You know what I'm saying? I'm fresh, nigga fresh. I always wear tennis shoes. I'm in Puerto Rico and it's 80-something degrees, family. What am I gonna wear? Timberlands? You know what I mean? I don't wear slippers. I'm not a chicletas. I don't wear sandals, my nigga. You know what I'm saying? I'm not with the Jesus fashion, I wear tennis shoes. I'm from New York. I'm glad I didn't wear my suede sneakers, because then I would have really been heated, because you can't really wash those. Hiking boots. You know why I wasn't wearing hiking boots? Because they didn't say bring your hiking boots. I'm just keep it a buck. It really was some like I walked into some shit I wasn't fully prepared for. You know, niggas had this the you know the shoes that look like socks. I was like, how does that feel on those rocks, my genius? And to be honest with you, check this out. If there's somebody on this live that's like real ill with the inventions, why don't you make a boot that can run up the mountain, my nigga? Why don't you make a boot with suction cups on the bottom so niggas don't be sliding down the mountain? Then you will, and you go to Puerto Rico, you'll get rich. Real talk. You'll get lit. You could go to Jamaica, everywhere there's a mountain. Get those boots off, because I promise you, people need those shits. You know what I'm talking about? They need those boots. You know what I mean? Don't go on the mountain with your wallabies, because you're gonna have a hard time getting up that shit. But it was fun. That was day one. That was the early. We woke up like 8:00, 6:30. We left like 8:00, so we got there like 10:00. We left there like 6:00. We were there basically like 5:00. Somebody said it sounds fun. It's a lot of fun out there. You know, it's a lot of fun out there. It's 570 something of us. If we were all to link up and do something, I guarantee you the shit would be fun, because it's us doing it. You know what I mean? Let's not forget that element. That it's us doing it. So when us are doing something, we're going to naturally have fun, because we're bonding, we're building, we're challenging each other. We're seeing because I saw who's a team player and who was not. This was a great way to assess personalities. This was a great way to assess character and integrity in certain people. I saw who was a team player and I saw who was not. I've always said, before you say that you know a nigga, there's three things that you should do. You should go and eat with that person. You should go and drink with that person. And you probably should go do something laborious, like labor, my nigga. You should swing a hammer, do something laborious, do something strenuous, do something that's going to take work. That's when you really can tell who the fuck that person is. You know what I mean? You just can't, on face value, you just can't think that you know somebody because of the fact that they got followers and you're one of their followers. That don't mean nothing. Who the fuck? That don't judge. That's not a judgment of character. And once again, because we're on these teenager apps thinking like teenagers, we have been duped to think that's what it is. That's not what it is. Sorry to break it to you and be the bearer of bad news. You know, we have to get back to these one-on-one, eye-to-eye type of situations where we break bread. You know what I mean? We go to turn up. You know, we got to see if a nigga's into ceremony or not. And we do something laborious. We do some labor, some sweat equity. You feel me? Then you'll find out if these niggas is built like that or not. Okay? You know? Yeah, your moms would say travel on a road trip with them. I would agree with that too. A road trip, right? A road trip. Not a road trip, not like a flight. Hit the highway. You know what I mean? Get on a China bus with a nigga. Go from New York to Florida, 20-something hours. Then you'll find out who's who. You know? So yeah. But, you know, I ain't gonna be here forever. I think we had a great conversation. You know, I feel a little bit better because, like I said, I had one of the most challenging days of my life yesterday. I shit you not. I'm not saying that for cap. I'm not even saying that for nobody to feel sorry for me, because There's nothing that you could say or do that's going to change what I went through. You know, there's nothing that you could say is I'm good. Like I'm much wiser as a result. I promise you that. I'm more wiser. I learned a lesson. There was a lesson to be taught, and I was in class. You know, the 21st is coming around, December 21st, and 2021. Right, 21 Savage, and this is a time for reflection. We're in the last quarter of 2020. The squirrels is getting nuts. This is hibernation season. So this is a time to power it down, go into your cubicles or your cubes. You know, this is a time to kind of fall back from social media. You know what I mean? This is a time to not be in the motherfucking mix. This is not that time. This is the time to get your energy up because they're challenging us. The vaccinations are here. 2 black women took the shot. They're on our asses. You're going to have to learn how to separate yourself from the crowd because the crowd is on some They Live shit right now. The crowd is on some Agent Smith. Remember the Matrix with Neo? Every single person that's not a part of what you on is Agent Smith. Your parents, your teachers, your co-workers, your little bae. You know what I mean? If they not with the program, they're gonna turn you in. If they're not with the program, they're Agent Smith. That's what I would tell you. You know, especially with the vaccination because they're gonna try to make everybody get the shot. The black sister sold us out, right? The black sister, the sister who took the shot, even they said a black woman created the vaccination, and then on her Twitter, she's a bedwench, meaning that she hates black men. So let's see how that shit works out. You know what I'm talking about? And then they had a black woman who's Jamaican. She and a black nurse gave it to her. So we're talking about treason on the highest levels. And because it's somebody that looked like you, you're thinking that it's all good. And because it's a black woman, that black women are going to be pressured into putting their children into the motherfucking toxic Avenger zone. Because, you know, women stick together, right? And black women are on the rise. And it's professionally correct to do that, to take the vaccination, because you don't want to cause any problems in corporate America. And you're going to get a seat at the table if you take them all. You know? That's the carrot that they're dangling. Stacey Abrams, she's going to come on there. Kamala. They might even get Sasha Obama to push it on you niggas with Michelle in the background. You know? And then they're going to be like, oh, these black men, they don't want to take the vaccination. Or they always causing problems. You know? We need to get the white police to get them out of here. Then they're going to take you niggas to FEMA camps and still give you the shot. So I'm saying that you don't know what the future holds. What I do know is that the vaccination is here. What I don't know is if you're going to have it in your arm and if they're going to try to make everybody have it. I don't know that. And I hope that that's not the case. I don't wish that on nobody. I'm not willing that to be the reality because I really don't. I hope and I pray that there's some solutions that come out of that. But just knowing what the Democrats are up to, and the Republicans, you bird ass niggas, is two wings of the same bird. When did you forget that lesson? You know, it's a bipartisan. I don't even want to be vulgar. I don't even want to be vulgar. But it's a bipartisan orgy, my niggas. They gang banging both of you. They both on you niggas. So stop with the stupid shit about this one and that one. Stop with the dumb shit. Okay? But everything is gonna be alright. Stay in the frequency, stay in the flow, stay in the know. Okay? If you align yourself to a community and y'all gonna be off the grid, you need to vet every single person in that community before you join it. You need to get a reading. You got to watch out for the niggas that's giving you readings. That's how fucked up it is. Focus on the art of discernment. Everything is going to boil down to you. I think the ancestors or the forces are cutting all of these false idols. They're cutting they're closing every single door that you might be able to go through where you could project what you're supposed to do onto somebody else and make them your savior. That's why these niggas is Homelander all around you. Who knows who Homelander is? Who saw The Boys on Amazon Prime, nigga? Talk black to me. Who knows about Homelander? Who knows about Homelander? Homelander is that nigga. Go and watch The Boys. The Boys on Amazon Prime and go find out about Homelander. You know what I mean? Super villain. That nigga is lit. You know what I mean? He's the most. Oh man. He's the Superman, not from Marvel. He's the Superman from Hitler. That's the spoiler that I'll leave you with. He's the Superman that Hitler wanted to create. That's Homelander. The series is ill. They turned the superhero genre upside down and showed you that your superheroes could be supervillains. No, he's beyond nuts. That nigga is beyond nuts. Yeah, Homelander and Stormfront. Okay? Remember, Hitler was trying to create Superman. They called it the Uberman. The Superman is what Hitler and the SS and all of them were trying to create. In that show, The Boys, they're gonna show you what that nigga looks like. You don't talk about yo. I'll never look at a superhero movie the same ever again in my life. It completely rewired everything for me. Oh yeah, super ego and narcissism. Look, some of your thought leaders is Homelander. Some of the niggas that y'all niggas be trying to tag me in their videos, they're Homelander. Some of the rappers that you niggas want to be like is Homelander. These politicians, nigga, Kamala is Stormfront. Okay? Kamala is like Stormfront and Joe Biden is Homelander. Okay? Bill Gates is Homelander. Harvey Weinstein is Homelander. Okay? And they created the supervillains just to have somebody to fight. You know? Stormfront is Stormfront is the Nazi, and she let Homelander know, nigga, you were created to be the Superman. You know, she hit that nigga with, let's protect the race. Let's bring back the white race. He was like, let's go. Homelander. Go and do your research. I've been hearing about watch parties. If I could find the time to do it, I might start doing watch parties and shit. Because to be honest with you, I need to see that another time. I need to watch the whole series again. That's how deep that shit was. I need to watch it with a whole new set of eyes. So yeah. Do a room on Clubhouse. I already put in a request for a Clubhouse room. Just waiting for them niggas to accept it. Well, I put in a request for a Clubhouse, not a room. I really don't want to do a room. I want to do a house. Yeah. So, with that being said, I'm out of here. Go and hit up the Patreon because, to be honest with you, like I said, when I take this hiatus, I'll only be on Patreon. I will not be on Instagram. I'm finna deactivate that shit very soon. I will not even be on YouTube. Fuck YouTube. I won't be on none of these people's little platforms. I'm gonna deplatform myself. It's not on Netflix. It's on Amazon Prime. It's on Amazon Prime. You know. Yeah. So what else can I say? Everything that I needed to say, I probably said it today. You know, both through Instagram and through YouTube. And I'ma still have more shit to say, but you know, I'm still uh processing. I seen a lot, bro. I got major downloads. Still processing. You know, one thing at a, you know, can't give everything at once. I'm still processing the shit that I witnessed, the shit that my soul witnessed, the shit that my spirit witnessed. It's still processing because it was that heavy. Feel me? Like I said, yesterday was maybe the best and worst day of my life at the same time. You know, but it is what it is. Like I said, you know, this is what these times that we're entering into is dealing with. It's dealing with some heavy shit, man. The heaviness, the heaviness, the heaviness, right? The weight is very heavy. The pain is heavy. The fear is heavy. The joy is heavy. You know what I mean? The abundance is heavy. It's a lot of heaviness, though. So, you know, just put yourself in a position to push that weight. But in order to push that weight, you need to have the strength. So we need to charge our bodies. We need to charge our souls. We need to remove ourselves from whatever may be weakening us and taking our energy. Like I said, when I had a vision yesterday, I saw hundreds of tentacles in me. I saw all kind of fucking people feeding off of me. All of this shit looked crazy. I seen it though. I can't deny what I saw. It hurts. I wanted to cry like a baby. It hurts, but it is what it is. I seen all of the cords. I seen all of the tentacles. It was like tentacles feeding on me, feasting on me, right? Feasting. These motherfuckers is leeching, feasting. It's a full feast. So, you know, you got to shake them off. You got to shake them off. And to be doing stuff like that, I'm not doing it on camera. You know, when I go to war, it's not going to be on camera. But just know I'm spinning the block. All right. And with that being said, love and light to the family. I'll catch up to you.